Shalom, shalom, Yasser Island. He was like the Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, out here to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. First things first, turn to the east. God praise glory to Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shah, by Shem, dies. With the ancient petty Hebrew tongue, straight as the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, double honors. The apostle elders, great millstone, shalom. Teachers your brothers living in the truth, and shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to tell yourself the truth. Ooh, y'all, so like a whole lot is going on right now in the world, especially Babylon the Great America. As you can see, the Trump administration is now about to cut food stamps. They're about to probably cut Section 8 housing in a minute, which is going to cause a lot of uproar, chaos. We just had the No King protest, which shows major division, shows the people are not liking the so-called leader of Babylon the Great America. And you can just feel it in the air like a false flag is coming, something big is coming. Chaos is coming. Perilous times. A lot of people are in sorrows. And with all this going on, guess what, man? We shouldn't feel like we're cooked or anything. We shouldn't feel like in a bug-out spirit. We shouldn't feel anxious. We should actually feel good because the Lord said that he was going to protect us, man. And one thing we need to do while everybody's bugging out, losing their mind over what's going on in the world, we got to focus on the rewards of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Because we got something good coming. This place is breaking down so that our kingdom can be erected. So none of this should give us anxiety. Like, you should be really rejoicing and happy. Babylon the Great, aka America, is breaking down. And the Lord said when it's breaking down, we shouldn't be worried about, oh man, am I going to get caught up in an ice raid? Am I going to get, unalive? Am I going to have enough food to eat? All these words shouldn't come upon us like that because the Lord said in Isaiah 31:5, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defend it also, he would deliver it. And pass over, he would preserve it. So the Lord just said right there that he would protect us. He would defend Jerusalem. Meaning he would defend what? The children of Israel. Because we are Jerusalem. We are a people before a place. And he said not only will he defend it, he's going to keep us from the same pearls. All these plagues he's about to plague this place with. Hunger, the famine, the sword. He's about to plague with the sword. All the little chaos. He said he's going to defend us. And he said also deliver us. Man, we're looking for deliverance. We're looking to be beamed up on a chariot. That's going to be like the New Age ark of Noah in order to preserve us, man. Because the Lord said, hey, I'll preserve our hopeful elect. Why? Because he got plans for us, man, to put us in a righteous kingdom in order to build the earth up in righteousness. That's the whole plan right there. That's the gospel. So with that being said, if you got your faith and you believe you're a part of the Lord, you're hopeful elect, you shouldn't be worried about what's going on. Really should excite you. Like, yeah, we about to get a battle. We're about to go home.
I got a quick one. This is 2 Timothy 1:7. For Yahweh have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. Hey, so, hey, man, going through all this, what we're going through, the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, man. He gave us everything we need to know and to trust and hope on in the scriptures. That's why I say study to show yourself approved. So we'll have a sound mind in this time. And we're not scared of what's to come because we're looking forward to the reward. We're looking forward to the promise of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, which is everlasting eternal life. And the scriptures also liken this into a time of like a woman in travail. You got to go through a birth pain. You got to go through pains to get the bundle of joy at the end. So as long as you know at the end, hey, it's life everlasting. Hey, just what we got to go through now is just nothing compared to that.
All right. I got another quick precept that comes back, bring it all back to full circle. This is Psalm chapter 91, point being verse 4, but I'm going to start at verse 1. He said that he that dwell in the secret place of the Most High. I noticed that he said that he would be ultimately going to the elect. Okay, and he said, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I would say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Okay, and so the elect are going to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, and it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. Okay, notice how he says, surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. That this is all of these snares that Esau Edom is setting up. The Lord is going to deliver you from it. All right, and that's another reason, like the Akadah Tahan just said. Okay, the Lord is going to deliver you out of that. He's going to protect you in those times of trouble. That's how you're going to know that you are of the elect. All right, you have to go through that first phase, okay, in order for you to be saved by Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Okay, and he said, surely he delivered thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noosome pestilence. He shall cover thee from with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Big right there, man. I got a precept. I want to elaborate and pull it out. Because all these things he said, pearls coming are meant to try us. The Lord has to prove who's fit for this righteous kingdom. You know, you can't just say something by your mouth and then think you're going to get in. No, you got to be proven. The Lord's going to prove you by what? Putting trials in front of you. These things we about to go through, these are trials in order to prove your faith. You know, food stamp getting cut off. Famine about to come in. You got Esau with his ICE troops and all his little troops coming in, you know, kicking the children of Israel out. You know, first they attacked Issachar and Ephraim, the northern tribes, and next they want to attack Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You know, really all the tribes, man. Asher, Naphtali, all the tribes of Israel are on trial right now. That's why the devil's attacking so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Because those three groups, those subgroups right there, make up the 12 tribes of Israel. And Esau right now, he's like, he's not hiding anything. The Lord got everything on Front Street. He's telling them, like, we coming for y'all. You know, that's why now they're Homeland Security talk about some YNs going to attack y'all. You better not interfere the process of us, you know, yanking families apart. Because I ain't saying nothing but the New Age KKK. That's all it is. They want to yank you out your house, send your family over here, divide the families up. Right now, they're trying to be nice. Once this thing kicks full stream, they're going to start putting high land to people when you don't comply. And they're creating the chaos because they got a whole new nefarious snare coming, which is going to be that Mark of the Beast, MOTB. That's it. The dollar about to collapse. The devil just sent $20 billion to Argentina when the country's already in debt. And that's to make people mad. You just cut food stamps, you're going to give money to another country after you said America first. So that just don't piss everybody off. And that's what they want. There's a bunch of mad people in the public make people bug out. So I'm going to bring this out because it's going to go with the precepts that the brother Bayam pulled out. And it's Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 2 and 5. But gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You hear that? So we being tried to do what? To prove, you know, our metal, to prove that we're worthy of their crown, which is a reward from Yahweh Bashar. When that crown get, that means you get rulership. The Lord is setting us up to be rulers. And to set us up to be rulers, you got to be trying to prove it. He ain't gonna just get this thing out to anybody. This ain't no free for all. He only giving this out to precious men that prove themselves to be righteous men of the Lord. That's why we serve the Lord.
And just to elaborate even further on that point, even when you look at the generation of old, you know, in that very same chapter when it says, look at the generation of old and see that any man trusted the Lord and was confounded. And really, when you go back to our forefather Jacob, he was tested and tried before he got the blessing. Remember, you can't forget that our forefather Jacob had to wrestle with an angel before he received his blessing. All right, the same thing is going to happen with us. All right, we're going to be tried in order to receive that blessing and that reward. Okay, and so you can't think like the Christians think, where they say we're going to get raptured out of here before the trouble comes. But that's not no try, man. That's not proving that the Lord is going to give you that rulership, man. You know, and that really is leading you astray.
You got to go through something to get that, to get it, man. Like, you know, they say that in when you bodybuilding, you got to feel that pain to get the game. And like that pain is only for a short period of time, because after a while, hey, you don't feel that pain. You just working out and just get big, and like that pain just go away. This is Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the suffering of the present times are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the Son of Yahweh, man. And like, hey, man, what we got to go through in this present time ain't nothing compared to what we're going to get on the back end, the rulership of the nations, man. Put Esau under subjection, having that motherfucker under your feet, nigga, rubbing your boot on his neck, man. And like just like you've been doing to us, man. Like ruling over like the nations, man. That's a hey being having rest, like real rest, man, because you the children of Israel, what the scripture said, I will wear out the saints. The saints are worn out, man. We can't even have real rest in this kingdom, man. Hey, we gotta wait till the Lord comes. That's the reward we got, man, to look forward to. That should be like a driving force. Hey, go through this to have real rest for eternity, everlastingness, forever, ever.
Hey, man, feel real good too, man. So that's, I be looking at Jake like, man, you gotta power through this, man. Lord said He gonna give us forever peace, man, forever rest. The kingdom of heaven, man. You think about all the things that come with that, man. That come with fresh food, clean air, clean water. Like I said earlier, man, they give you a whole subjection of slaves, abundant you.
Spiritual powers, new body.
God, man, where your body don't hurt, you don't wake up, your neck hurt and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Your knee hurt. You know what I'm saying? Got all these little ailments and this little weak flesh we got now. Like I said, having a new body gonna be great.
Yeah, my foot hurt right now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's having where your children can play in the streets and you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know, no worries. You know what I'm saying? You just clap your hands and they start throwing rose petals at you walk. Come on, like what's that movie, Coming to America? Right. Hey, Kingdom of Heaven gonna be like that, but the downtime's better, man. So that's a righteous reward. But to get that, we gotta go through, you know, like I said, the birth pains. Like I said, man, you gotta go through a little bit of pain, man. The Lord gotta prove. So you gotta get that suffering first, before you get that eternal reward. And I got something for that too. It kind of go right up under what you quoted. And this is Ecclesiastes, or Sirach 2:11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiving sins and saving in the time of affliction. So we about to get afflicted right now, man. You know what I'm saying? This devil gonna be he gonna hold up. Oh, you can't get no food. You didn't get my bark of the beast. They're gonna dang it in your face. Oh, you can't live in my concentration camps. You didn't get the bark of the beast. You know, hey, go live in the woods. You know, you little bush man. You know, he's not gonna be flexing on this. Like, yeah, you can't stay in my side. You can't drive no car. You can't have no job. You can't have nothing unless you bow down to me.
Notice how it said that precept when it says save it in the time of affliction. That what time is the Lord going to save you is when you're being afflicted. Like notice that he done that time and time again throughout the generation of old. When Daniel was afflicted, what was he at? In the lion's den, right? You know, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they was afflicted, what was they at? In that fiery furnace. Like, that's how the Lord is going to try you and He's going to save you in a time of affliction, man. You got to think about that. So when you think about that reward, you know that this is when the Lord is going to save you in the time of affliction, man. Like, ain't no way He's going to save you when nothing's going on.
Like, you think about all of them did. How went through affliction? Major affliction. Hey, he went through the most affliction.
Hey, and then when he went through that affliction, where he at now? Right hand on the goal of your house.
Job.
Yep.
Went through major affliction. Moses, King David.
Right.
Like, you're going to have some adversity, man. You know, and you just got to take it cheerfully. Because, like, the Lord said, like He did Job, you'll get everything back 100-fold. The affliction is to prove you. It's really to test you the most. Like, matter of fact, it's like making a weapon. When you a blacksmith, you put a sword in that fire, and he got to beat on that sucker. You know, to get it right, to get it the way he wanted to be made. And he's got to go through fire and get beat on. It's a violent process to make that sword perfect. And that's the Lord is doing to us. As a matter of fact, if y'all got one, you bring that out. I
got a quick precept that's going to back you up right here. Because it said, this is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It said, confirming the soul of the disciples. Notice how it said, confirming. Knowing basically, how he going to confirm you, right? You got to go. You got to be in that trial. You know, you got to be in that fiery furnace. Okay, when He put you through that fire, He's like, okay, this is my precious jewel. Okay, confirming the soul of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh by Shai. Through much tribulation, we will enter into the kingdom of Yahweh by Shai, man. Think about that. We have to go through a tribulation before we enter into the kingdom. Okay, that's how it's going to work. You're not going to just walk right through it. You're going to go through a fiery trial before you enter into the kingdom of Yahweh by Shai.
Nothing coming east. Nothing coming east, man. You gotta be proven. See, that's one thing I know about plain Christianity. It's easy and soft. And it doesn't prepare them for what's, the sand pearls is about to go down. They don't get them what they need in order to make it through. They say, like, you just put the money in the plate, and you get to heaven when you die. That's plain Christianity right there. They don't tell you about none of the hardships. It's a feel-good sermon. You get a little dance. They hype you up, put some money in the plate, and that's it. Now notice, that's why these plain Christianity men, they bugging out right now. Because they ain't even properly built up. They're not really men. Christianity really makes you feminine and it makes you weak.
But you're the spirit of Esau.
God, to make you docile. And now they're like, with all this baby stuff coming on, Esau, the sword coming. I know that they're not ready for, the heat. They're not ready for it at all. That's why, like, we over here, about the Apostle of Great Millstone, we get 100% truth. And they give it to you straight raw, uncut. Like, hey, Jacob's trouble is coming. They said they only talk about Jacob's trouble in Christianity. They don't talk about Esau. They only talk about their enemy. They just think Jesus is all love. That's how they look at it. And everything gonna go good as long as you go to church and pay your tithe.
That leads them astray. Because when they say Jesus is all love, and then when you read the scripture, when he said, "Think not that I come to bring peace on the earth, I came not to bring peace but the sword." How was that love? Like, how is that love when he said he's bringing a sword? All right, this is red letter we talking about. Okay, and that's why we get on to the damn plantation Christian pastor, because they lead you astray. It's point blank period.
They'll talk about the hardships and tribulations that stuff.
Right.
You even got some Hebrew Israelite camps that's got into that bold of saying that too. Look at IURC. Bishop Nate, he ain't nothing but Christianity with a Hebrew Israelite twist. That's all he is. And so I got this right here. It's Isaiah 41:13. For I, the Lord, thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Verse 14. Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. And he said, fear not thy worm Jacob. Right now we're like worms. We can't do nothing about Esau, Edom's wicked devices, what he got going. This devil has his whole system will turn to a dragon. This devil went from a serpent to a dragon. He has a strong military. As far as compared to us, it's strong. We ain't got no tanks. We ain't got no F-16s. We ain't got no boats in the oceans or nothing like that. All we got, is Yahweh. And he said, like I said, ye men of Israel, because the Lord is calling his men first. Then he comes to the women and the children, but he needs his men first, because men have that measure of faith that's real, real strong. And I notice women ain't got it like that. They don't. That's why he wants men to handle the ministry, because the burden is on the man, because the man is the strongest creation he made as far as humans go. It's the man, it's not the woman. And see, Esau want to flip that, and that's why he's been able to dominate the so-called black community, because the woman rules the black community. The woman rules Christianity church. And she's easy to deceive because she's emotional. So you can just run her emotions and she'll just go anywhere, She's like what the scripture say, toss every wind and fro. That's the woman. But the man can be solid. A man is logical. A man has that measure of faith. That's why he said, my flock, my pastor, my flock are men. Lucy paraphrasing. Because the men have a measure of faith. He talked to the men first. That's why the men of the Lord, he said men of the Lord, not women of the Lord, men. The disciples, Yahushua went out and got men. He ain't getting no women. He went out and got men. Yahushua is a man. Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, comes in a masculine spirit. And that spirit is coming back. That's why that red pill is dominating everything. Because it's coming back, in style. And that's why Esau can't get it going. Esau ruled with feminism. He put the woman on top. Woman worship. They call it God of heaven. Oh, it's face plant right now. Lord, like, nah, we should have a scenario. Yay, men. The Queen of Heaven spirit, right? So they ain't calling the men. And that's why, because we're being redeemed. We're in the spirit of being redeemed. The Lord has a righteous reward for his men of Israel, man. He gonna make us kings. That's why Yahushua is known as Lord of Lords, King of Kings. King is a gender type of role right there. You don't get no woman to be a king. You get a man to be the king. King's gonna rule once again. That's why Yahushua coming with crowns. You put crowns upon the men of Israel's heads. Because we're being redeemed. And I'm gonna get this right here. I talk about being made a weapon. And this Isaiah 41:15 says, behold, I will make thee a new short threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and thou shalt make the hills as chaff. The Lord raising his men up to be a counter to Esau, Edom, so-called white man who's the devil in the flesh. That's what's about to happen right now. And everybody can feel it. So Esau right now, he's trying to counter that with his technology, AI. He's going to use that mark of the beast, and he's hoping every man in Israel will take it to offset, Yahushua giving his men back. Because Yahushua's men are going to have that MOTB in them. They're going to resist that. They're going to stand tall, even in the face of death. He's somebody that burning that gun on your head like, hey, man, renounce Yahushua right now. We're going to pull this trick. The Lord like, hey, man, pull it. If that's what you got to do. Hey, I'm standing, hey, I'm giving my life for this truth. That's why I said make your body live a sacrifice. We wasn't going to give our life for this truth because guess what? Yahushua did the same thing. He gave his life for the nation of Israel. So we got to be in that same state. And that right there, when you're not afraid of death, that's the type of thing that's going to scare Esau because that's the only thing he got to really, really try to, really influence you with or scare you with. If you're not afraid of death, the devil ain't got nothing left to scare you with. Like, goddamn, what I'm going to do? He ain't even scared to die.
I can't even fear him. Well, since you in Isaiah 41, you might as well get 10.
Okay. Let's go 10. This is Isaiah 41:10. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy Yahweh. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will hold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Who's the right hand of his righteousness, man? That's your Yahushua, man. He said, fear not, man. Hey, we ain't going to fear because we got, the Lord promised that he's going to uphold us with the right hand of his righteousness. That's a promise. So, hey, you got to go through some stuff. Okay, sure. But, hey, Yahushua is there to protect us, man. Hey, he said, we are all in the palm of his hands, and he ain't never let one of us go who's of the elect, man. So there's nothing like, hey, this is just a little short time we got to go through before we get righteousness. And just like the brother said, man, we're gonna be putting hell on Esau, man. You can read that in something to look forward to. This is Psalms 2:8. It says, "Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for an inheritance." Hey, the Lord gave Yahushua that. Yahushua said he was gonna split his inheritance with the children of Israel. That's us, man. So if we're gonna have power over the heathens, and it says, for thy inheritance is the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession, man. We're gonna get everything, man. Hey, rulership, man. It says, thou shalt break them with the rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel, man. Just like they did to us. We're gonna get that double back, man. That's something to look forward to. They did us, we're gonna give it to them double.
I got a picture of the back of exactly what you just said too, man. This is Luke 18:7. Shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Verse 8, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? And the question that answer is yes, he will. Yes, he'll find faith. Because we got faith. So that's what the Lord likes, that's what he needs right there. Like you believe in Yahushua with your whole heart, that right there is enough for him to avenge you, man. The Lord gonna show that he loves the nation of Israel. He's chosen us. He just been waiting on us to get our act together. Jake been going on for so long, they said that Esau had us a plan Christianity for the longest. We just not climbing out that hole, man. A lot of us just not coming into this thing in what? The 2000s, the late 2000s that we looking at right now, 2010, 2018, whatever. We just not coming up out that hole, man. So we got to get the sin up off us, get our faith up. And the Lord said, what? That priest just read, I will avenge my elect. Because he loves his elect. So the Lord ready to put the dukes on Esau. So Esau like, hey, man, I ain't loved you. I just said to teach my nation a lesson. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you look at Esau's rulership, it's tried. He ain't about to destroy the earth. The Lord didn't choose them. They're not chosen. The Lord wants Yahshua Allah. He just don't want us to be acting like Esau. If you look at our nation, 2/3, they act like Esau. That's why you see why the Lord had a problem with us.
It's in our law too. If you really think about it, what it said, falling out the ways of the heathen. That's our law. And that's how you know the Lord want us to be holy. No, that was he said he told he commanded us to be separate. All right. So that's why he used Esau, Edom, and the other nations to punish us. Okay. He basically just teaching us a lesson, but he made the world for our sake. Okay. Well, real quick, I'm gonna read this quick scripture that's gonna back up what the book said. Right. Revelation chapter 13 and 10. And it says, Revelation 13 and 10. He said, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And here is the patience and the faith of the saints." All right. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. We're going right back to the behind y'all just read. All right. Try to be faith on the earth. All right. This is what we patiently waiting on. We have faith enough to know that the Lord is going to put these heathens in our possession. And we're going to dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Just like the Dr. Hahn just read.
All right. That should help you make it through anything you got to go through, knowing that, hey, man, we got this coming to us. Hey, all we got to do is just survive this and make it through this. But take on the test of the Lord and come out, as gold is tried, shining, clean, pure. I got a quick one. This is 2 Corinthians 4, and I'm going to start at 16, pointing to 17. It says, "For which causes we faint not, but through the outward man may perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." So you might have to go through some stuff. Our body might perish, but our inward man, hey, it grew. And what does the scripture say? Hey, the dead in Christ shall rise first. That's a reward. Hey, even if our outward perish, hey, our inward man we was building that man up, man, to the spirit. Verse 17, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceedingly eternal weight of glory, man. Hey, this light affliction is working us for eternal glory, man. Eternal glory. That should help you keep on pushing in this street, no matter what you got to go through.
I got one right here. It's kind of gonna go up the precinct I've been pulling out, man. We're gonna keep it running, but it's more that spirit flowing. It's Isaiah 54:17. "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, said the Lord." The Lord just said, "No weapon formed against thee shall prosper." So that's why we look at Esau and like, ain't nothing you got gonna work, bro. Nothing you got. Not your AI, not your weapons of mass destruction, not your guns, not your soldiers. Like, I'm looking at Esau like lunch meat, man. Ain't nothing you got gonna work. Why? Because, hey, the Lord is with us. And we believe that wholeheartedly. And once you believe that wholeheartedly, man, Esau ain't got nothing for you, man. Let's go also into what's that? Numbers 22 and 23, no enchantment. It's against Jacob, no loosely paraphrasing. That's why even like me and Uncle talk before we started camp in the car. Like everything Esau Edom is doing is falling flat, man. His witchcraft is done. Lost the narrative. His enchantments ain't working. That's why the devil frustrated. He can't really run a scenario like he used to. He used to sit back, put an agenda out, and Jacob go for it. Now it's not working because the whole collect, we don't go for Esau's enchantments no more. And now the Lord is starting to uplift us and put us on a platform to where the 2/3 are now starting to sway from Esau. Like, hey, I'm gonna kind of roll with the brothers on the block, even though they ain't gonna have the integrity and the faith to go all the way with it, but they're breaking away. And that's why Esau's losing his power structure. Because, like you told me that earlier on TikTok, a lot of your musical artists now are people that's regular people in the crowd. Esau ain't got that sway where he used to like find somebody, make them sell out, and they put the agenda. Now everybody watch people on TikTok. Everybody ain't gonna pay attention to this musical artist. Anybody watching basketball, football like that. These new athletes are born. They're not entertainment. His entertainment is falling apart. And now there's new stuff coming that's more organic. That's really clowning him, showing he's exposed, he's uncovered. Because now Jake been a comedian, all they doing is mocking Esau. Esau now is a mockery. Hey, when they go into a safe spirit on his glory, everybody clowning their leaders in Congress. Mitch McConnell up here falling out when you ask him a question like a little child. You know what I'm saying? Jay clowning that. Jay clowning them down there. I want my own halftime show. I don't want no Mexican speaking dude. I didn't like that King of the World halftime show. I don't like the Jake and Shine. I need my own for that Turning Point USA. They're trying to get they juice going. Even anybody don't like Esau no more. We just had the last camp. They don't like Trump. They don't like him. Fuck Trump. Yeah, just had a whole no king protest show that Trump ain't got juice like that no more. He's losing Mega. Mega is split. They were talking about we're the purple now. We need to all come together. I'm like, oh man, that means hey, he ain't got juice no more. So what the Lord got, hey, we looking at our enemy, he's scrambling. He's over scrambling, man. He's scrambling like Tony Romo can't get it together. So with that being said, why should we fear this devil? We out here bold as a lion. We got the juice behind the Lord, put that wind behind our back, man. The ground is firm on our feet. We standing 10 toes down in this truth. And it's busting up his whole kingdom. And this place is falling real fast. Everything is coming apart for Esau. And then Jake, we over here getting it together. Coming together good. Hey, you got men Lord putting the beat down on Esau. He trying to threaten him with the blessing. Men Lord, hey, and it was so special. Men Lord took his blessing from him. Like, yeah, devil, with your little whack little BB gun. So beat, hey, get that devil a whooping in front of everybody. They went viral.
Then told him, man, don't quit threatening people with guns, man.
God.
Walking down with his ass.
That's right. The Lord gonna break Esau's blessing, man. His blessing was temporary. Our blessing, like I said earlier, is eternal, forever. That blessing is rulership. We getting back in the rulership, man. All we gotta do is do our part and stand strong and firm on that righteousness. Because the devil, he gonna try to scare us, as we just seen, like I was talking about earlier. That devil tried to intimidate the man of the Lord, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
It's good that you said that. I got this preach up on this real quick. It's Matthew chapter 10 and verse 28. And it said, fear not them which kill the body, but not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
See there? Hey, so we fear the Lord, man. We don't fear Esau. When you fear the Lord and not Esau, it makes it look passive, man. So then when you look at the Lord, you like, okay, the Lord, he talking to you in our scriptures. And he said, I got a righteous reward coming for y'all. I got rulership coming. Y'all gonna rule over these heathens. This devil that put so much affliction on you, he gonna be under your feet. You can do him as you please, you know, in righteousness. And that's coming, man, real soon.
This is Colossians 3 and 23. It says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto man. It says, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord of Mashiach. So do whatever you got to do for the Lord, man. Don't do it for Esau, not for man. And it says, and whatsoever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to man, knowing that the Lord ye shall receive a reward. What's that reward? The inheritance that the Habashah got. Hey, what's that? That entitles a whole bunch of stuff, man. Everlasting life. Having your kids running around and you don't even got to fucking worry about no predators or nothing. You ain't got to worry about them being devoured by any wild animal. You know, that spiritual power of the strength that the Lord said he was going to renew us with. All that.
Child, you say you went Colossians 3.
Yeah.
You read verse 2.
Yeah, that's what it said. Set your afflictions on things above and not the things on earth.
That right there, the Lord gave you an instruction on what to do. Right there. He said, take your affliction on things above and not on things on earth. So in other words, he means you set your mind and your heart and your whole being on the Lord. All right, when you do that, then that's when he's going to give you all your blessings, he's going to give you your protection. All right. That's why I said, look past his place. You know, look past America, aka Babylon the Great. Look past all of the wickedness that you see around you, even though he's going to afflict you. But he said, take your affliction, take your affections. Take your affection on things above. All right.
And this is some things that's above that we got stuff to look forward to. This is Isaiah 60 and 21. It says, thy people shall be all righteous. And don't you want your people to be all righteous? You tired of seeing niggas walking around YN, doing that, making the nation look bad? Hey, we looking forward to that, man, where Jake is just all in one. And I'm talking about thinking one harmony. We're talking about the Negro, Latino, and the Native American, man, all together. And not at each other's necks, man.
And like, when you really think about it, like when the laws are in effect, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Like a lot of Jakes that be when you see a lot of bullshit on the internet where Jake sleep with other men's women, you ain't gotta worry about that shit when the Lord enforces this law. You know, that's what we look forward to. We ain't gotta worry about our woman stepping out on us. We ain't gotta worry about our kids getting kidnapped. You know, we ain't gotta worry about the food that we eat, whether it's poison or whether it's not. You know, that's what we doing. That's why we're doing this thing, man. You know, because it ain't just like, you know, you got a lot of Christians that treat this word as it's a burden. This word is not a burden, man. It's peace, you know. It's everything and above.
No adultery.
Right.
He said, Los Angeles, they have Jake in order. That's what we want to see order.
Right.
Right now, Esau's kingdom, you see chaos. The devil thrives in chaos, man. We ain't worried about no feminism, Eve, like Aisha Curry. I didn't want to be married. I didn't want to have no kids. You're not going to hear that.
Yeah, we ain't going to see no shit like that in the kingdom. We ain't got to worry about the damn alphabet agenda. We ain't got to worry about that. You know, you got some people in the alphabet agenda that better fucking touch your kids. You ain't got to worry about this shit in the kingdom, man.
I'm finished reading. This is Isaiah 60 and 21. And thy people shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting and the works of my hands, that I may be glorified. And don't you want to see, hey, Jake all on one accord glorifying the Lord? What did the Lord say? Hey, if we all come together and turn to the east, he will heal our land. Hey, we would have been out of here if we was all came together and glorifying the Lord. Verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in these times. Hey, you know, hey man, you're gonna have children that have children that have children. You're gonna live to see them all, man. Like Noah.
Right. Hey, and like I said earlier, man, but y'all, no worries, too. No worries, bro. Everything in the right order, and I have to worry about it. Like I said, for instance, like we ain't gonna worry about, man, when our holy days coming up. Right. It's gonna be broadcast. You ain't gonna worry about that. It's gonna be, hey, they're gonna let you know. They said we're gonna be on tune with our Sabbath. You're gonna look up, everything gonna be right there on righteous order, man. Like right now, you gotta scramble. You can't really do the Sabbath, you gotta work. You know what I'm saying? You can't really be righteous how you wanna be. And that's what we wanna be righteous. You ain't gonna worry about nobody celebrating Halloween. You got Thanksgiving coming up. Instead, it's gonna be Feast of Tabernacles. You know, Day of Atonement, Passover, Purim. You know, you're gonna see the high holy days be glorified, and we're gonna be on the court with that. And it's gonna be broadcast everywhere. So where you ain't gotta sit here and try to, oh man, I don't know if it's coming. Like it's gonna be way out. You're gonna see it on the calendar.
That's the spirit right there. Cause like we be worried about any wicked ass king to be worried about, man, how to finish the Lord without even trying. You know, like when we not able to keep it established real, when we're not able to keep it perfect. You know, that right there, that kind of weighs on your spirit. Like I want to do right, but I can't do right because of this wicked ass king. And of course, this wicked ass body men as well.
So Apostle Paul, right?
Right.
And what we do, rehearse the righteous acts, and that's big in itself. Because the majority of our nation ain't doing that. They get ready for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and they want to continue in murder, which shows they're wicked and defiled. We're not like that. We don't have that mindset. We got a kingdom-minded mindset. Like what we just said right here, we seek out righteousness, and that's the Lord. He likes that. You got a mindset like that when you yearn and cry for Him. You know, that's what's gonna put the Lord in motion. Like, okay, my nation getting right, and I'm gonna put this out right here. This is Luke 12:32. It says, "Fear not, little flock, but it's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." So the Lord want to give it to us, man. He just waiting on us to get right. So what we're doing is we're cleaning our act up. You know, we're putting on like the elect, man. We got that faith going. We're trying to be as righteous as much as we can in these little nasty, decrepit bodies. You know, changing up. We follow the laws and commandments best of our abilities. That right there is some righteousness right there. You know, if the flesh of sanity teaches you, the laws and commandments done away with. So therefore, you ain't got no guidance. You ain't in the spirit of repentance. Like you ain't doing nothing of righteousness. The devil told you, Pastor Bush, told you to throw all out. And then once you throw it all out, what you do? You start being like an Edomite and following the customs of the heathen. And then he keeps you what? What does Esau do? Keep you in sin. Therefore, you will never rise up above him. And that's why the devil's so frustrated now, because the hope elect is growing. The hope elect is dang near sealed. And we're totally different, man. I noticed at my job, man, Esau could tell I'm a different type of Jake. He can't put on his finger what it is, but he know when like it's something different. You know, we starting to shine is what it is. Because we're so different. It also makes 2/3 not like you. The baby say I don't trust no nigga that don't eat pork. Like what? So then Jake get mad because you ain't on no hood stuff, but that nigga don't rep no set. He a lame. Nigga, he ain't trying to go kill little Ray Rays and sell dope like me. I'm a real nigga. He ain't no real nigga.
This how you know when you're doing right is when he start fucking with you for no reason. You know, and that's with that precept Isaiah 59 and 16 or verse 15 when it said he that turned it from Luke the paraphrase, he that turned it from wickedness, making himself a prey. Luke the paraphrase, and that's what that goes into it. Because you know you doing right when you doing everything right on your job, and then the devil come around and they start fucking with you. You know, we trying to find little shit, basically nitpicking just to write you up. You know, that's how you know when you basically following your how about y'all down to best your ability.
That's part of the glitch.
Right.
You know, that's Esau getting mad, righteousness showing up. And he can't thrive in a righteous king. He only thrives in darkness and wickedness. So he prefers, that's why they like good niggas. They really like good niggas. You know, at a point where they're useful. Is that now Esau gonna do him in because now he's mad. He come down with Ray Rap. And little Ray Ray is the easiest target. You know, they gonna protect no little YN. They ain't got no righteousness on them. So that's why he now like, man, I ain't got no use for you. And now I'm angry, my kingdom is out. So I'm gonna take my anger out on you. All the little ghetto, little ratchet chicks, the little hoes, she's an easy target. I'm gonna attack you. But then the devil, he shot contact when it come from, you know, a man or a woman of the Lord that got the righteousness on them. He get kind of scared, like, man, the Lord might bubble up on me. You know, I might tread carefully. So then they kind of, like Ox said, they take little pot shots. Like, that's when they start nitpicking. I'll write you up, or I'll do this and that. Really, I want to go outside and lynch you. But I can't because you're not dumb enough for me to do it. You're smart. Yeah. And I might, you know, I'm kind of scared, you know, because that's not usually, you know, Esau's used to Jake eating out his hand. They pat Jake on the head and son him, tell Jake what it is. I know a lot of 2/3 Jakes, they need Esau to validate their truth. And I'm like, Esau ain't gonna tell you no truth. That's when you're in a bad situation. You're looking for the devil to tell you the truth. And he's not gonna get that to you. All the truth comes from your how about y'all shop.
Y'all good. But yeah, and I like how you said devil. Like we always think about devil. What the word devil mean? It means deceiver, slanderer. So if you know this man is the devil, Esau either the so-called white man the devil. If you know he's the devil, why are you expecting the truth come out of his mouth? You know, that's he's a forger of lies. Okay, so you can't expect the truth to come out of that man's mouth when that's all he does is lie. He rewrite history. You know, he basically made our power, made Yahweh Shah into a white boy Jesus Christ image. Think about that, man.
Man. Yeah.
Oh.
Man. But yeah, I like what you said. You like Esau Edom is the devil. Knowing Esau Edom is the devil is half the battle. Yep. When you know Esau Edom is the devil, you're gonna deal with him differently. That we said in Psalms 83rd chapter. Mm-hmm. Knowing your enemies, that's half the battle. You know Esau is your enemy. You're not gonna go for stuff. You ain't gonna go to the little cookouts in the barn or go out where there's a bunch of Edomites where they can lynch you. That's why Jake's getting lynched. There's a lot of Jake's getting lynched because they rolling with their enemy because they don't know who they are.
Scripture tell you otherwise. Never trust thy enemy.
I was about to say that if you know who your enemy was, you can apply Sirach 12. Right. That whole chapter. It goes into what to do with your enemy, man. How to handle it. Never trust thy enemy. Hey, don't set him not aside. Set him not on the side of you because he seek to take your seat. Right. All of those things you can apply that if you knew who your enemy was. But Jake don't know that, man. They want Esau to help him out and figure out how life should go. And that was the whole problem for Jake.
I'm gonna say this too. You know your enemy is you can finesse him. That puts you on a higher playing field than him. That's why the Lord said, be wise as serpents. Once you know your enemy is, you can play his butt and play games with him. You know what I'm saying? It puts you on a level playing field.
I do that shit all the time.
Me too.
My manager, my supervisor be nitpicking with me because you know I be listening to lessons while I'm at the job and she'll pull up on me and she be like, "You're not supposed to have headphones in." So every time she call me, she be like, "Why you answer your phone?" Well, I ain't supposed to have headphones in. Like you throw that shit right back at them.
Nah, they don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jake, how smart me. Smart motherfucker. I don't like that. You know, they don't like that. I know they don't like that at all.
You calling me wondering where I'm at. I'm like, well, you told me I ain't supposed to have headphones. So that's the spirit that you said that. It's just like, come on, man. Like when you know who the devil is, like matter of fact, when you apply Psalm 55 and 21, when it said the word is food in butters, war was in his heart. Anytime that devil speaks to you, just know that he got something on the back end he's trying to tap you in the back. You know, that's how you got to treat him.
Yeah, I like your testimony at the job. I did the same thing when I worked at this little oil company, man. I clipped Esau up with his own trying to run that Planned Christianity. You know, he's talking about how he hate Jake and want Jake to be in slavery. I was like, hey man, you believe in God? He's like, oh yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, I know the Bible. Like, oh yeah, you do. Give me Revelation 13:10, read that too. And then because bro, I told him we're gonna get mad if he told me why he really wanted, you know, why he hated our people.
Right.
I got him to get comfortable telling me, he said he wanted to go back to slavery. And I did get mad. I said, cool. I said, you believe in God? I walk him down. Real easy. I knew he was a devil. I walked him down. He's like, yeah, I believe in the Bible. I said, okay, give me Revelation 13:10. They never read that, turned red, got mad, quit, never came back to the job. And then after that, the managers called me in the office because they love that Edomite. He was a skinhead. They was using me to train him so he could overpass him. But the Lord had, you know, different plans. So they got mad that he quit. They up there questioning, well, man, what you do to Paul? Say what you do. I was like, hold up, we up here arguing about dude that come to work, and I came to work. Right. Is that what we're here arguing about? And they look at each other, man, get your smart ass out of here, man. So I don't like your ass, you know. But you can beat Esau once you know who he is. And we got to think about that. That's grace and mercy from Yahweh Shah. They give us back our identity, let us know how our enemies are. So that's to put us back in our right mind, so we can navigate Babylon the Great. Let's say the Lord gave us the clues. He gave us all the instructions we need to beat this devil and to win, to beat all the adversity that's coming. You know, you got to have that faith and trust in the Lord. And then he laces you up with the do's and don'ts. Who is who, the genealogy. You get, man, the Bible's like a total recall. Man, the movie Total Recall, where you don't forgot who you was, man, you get into the scriptures and eat the whole roll. Hey, you come out strong as I don't know what. You know, hey, you know everything. Hey, you got some precog ability. Because the Lord let us know what's going to go down through prophecy.
What the scripture say? In the land of their captivity, they should remember themselves.
God. And then I noticed also he laces up with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you got knowledge and understanding, it brings comfort. Because we're not over here like, man, what they doing? Like, you know, people in the world, all the Congress is doing this, government doing this, food stamps cut, what's going on? Why they doing this? We're not in that spirit, man. We know why all this is going on. We know what this devil about to do. We looking at them to crash stop bring the mark of the beast. We looking ahead. We looking at the devil like, run your next play. We got the playbook. We like Bill Belichick for the Patriots. We done spied on your practice. We know your plays. So the Lord gave us the cheat code.
We steps ahead of you.
God, we ahead of this stuff. But like, man, what you behind schedule, devil, now ain't you?
We telling him his next move.
God.
Hey, real quick, I got to read this, man, because since you said that, like, cause you know, when behind y'all just said, and the Lord gave us the cheat code, and really that's basically the ways of the Lord. The Lord gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, so this is Proverbs 23 and verse 26, and it says, "My son, give me thine heart." All right, and right here, the Lord telling us to give our heart to Him, which is our mind. Okay, our mind basically focusing on the scripture. And he said, "And let thine eyes observe my ways."
Yeah, so I observe my ways. You got all the commandments of Yahweh. And our holy days, like I said earlier, this to remember that we Hebrew Israelites. And our Bible consists of what we're supposed to do while we here. You know what I'm saying? The Lord let us know our purpose. It's to serve Him. You know, we said the whole duty of man is to keep the law, the whole conclusion of the matter. So now we're not, you know, most people walk through the world, don't even know why they're here. They don't know who they are.
That preacher, when he said, let the conclusion of this matter, fear Yahweh. It's the whole duty of man. Fear. That's the first thing he said. Fear, and then the whole duty of man, and then keep His commandments.
All right. So, when you fear the Lord, that's the beginning of knowledge. Right. You know, then you come into awareness of who you are, why your purpose. The Lord gives you a purpose. We're not out here like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Most people are like that in the world. They don't. That's why they do anything. They don't know what they're supposed to do. They don't know who they are, and they're searching for it their whole lives. And when Esau like when you like that, Esau like, I got something for you to do. I tell you who you are. You're black. You're supposed to be in the hood, sell my drugs. And if he got on a different color than you, kill him. You must be a real nigga.
That's the darkness and that's the beauty that the Lord is telling you to come out of.
Before you women be ratchet, take your man's money. Best with whoever got the highest dollar amount. Sow discord among all your people. Be wicked to your children. Beat your children. Make sure they stay down low and be niggas and little hood ratchet chicks. Make sure your children do that too, because that's profitable. That's how you get the money, and that's how the devil keeps everything in a perpetual cycle where he wins. You know, by pushing that false ideology that's not of us.
That's the spirit right here. I was just reading Proverbs 23 and 26, but you can broke down 27 and 28. I'm gonna read it. Proverbs 23 and 27, and it says, "For an whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. She also lies in wait as for a prey, and increase the transgression among men." And that's that darkness what he's talking about. He thought he was led because he bring the woman into that whore's nation, and then that woman also leads the man just like going back into the time of Eve and Adam. You know, he led Adam into her like I said, Eve led Adam into losing that blessing. Okay, yeah, basically eating that food. You know, and that's basically what you just read right here in Proverbs 23 and 27. Okay, because it says that whore is a deep ditch. All right, a deep ditch. So ultimately, what is that ditch? You're going into it's basically your grave. Okay, and then it says, "And a strange woman is a narrow pit." All right, and it says, "And she also lies in wait as for a prey." You're going to that spirit of Esau. You know, Esau pretty much lying way too. He set up there to trap as well. Okay, and increase the transgression among men. You know, how many times you done seen what that precept in Shabbat, where it says, of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. You know, how many times you've seen an example of that? You got a woman that transgressing against her husband, and the husband gonna kill that man that she slept with. You know, that's a deep ditch that the scripture talk about. That's that narrow pit. You know, and she set up by Esau, he's a so-called white man.
Go spiritual on that. Basically, what Eve did, the serpent told her you should not surely die. Right? So when she tricked, or persuaded Adam to take that forbidden fruit, he went to that deep ditch, man. It brought death onto our nation. You know, and then what the devil does, he used the woman to tempt you. And she was tempted. That shows Esau is the number one tempter. And then his buddy, his partner in crime is the woman. He used the woman to make that man and see, Yahweh Shah, we coming different. We're not tempted by that woman. He said, give not your strength to a woman. So that's why the Lord like, hey, put on the elect. I need my men. Because it also says the woman destroys the ways of kings. So now we can't, the woman should trick you out your crown.
That's right.
You know?
Now, I got to go back and read that again, right? In verse Proverbs 23 and 26, it said, "My son, give not thine heart, and let thy eyes observe my ways." Like your eyes is observing the ways, and what is it? By how y'all just brought it down. The ways of Yahweh is not going to fall, and he's not going to give his strength to a woman. That is his ways. You know? And so you got the whole world mad about that. Why? Because the whole world hates the words of Yahweh. We're in a world that hates, you know? By Hayar.
Yeah, so man, right now we're looking for that crown too, that rulership. And that's why Apostle Paul said, whether y'all be single, but if you burning, you must get a woman, go ahead and get a woman. Apostle Paul was dealing with women like that. Y'all try to deal with women like that. And then we look at these women, we see why. You see why apostles and elders call them chaos goblins. And they are that. And they can't help it because that's the atmosphere that Esau created. Because he let a woman gather a bride. You know, Esau gives a woman the right to do anything. She got the liberty to be as wicked as she want to be. And then the Bible says ain't no wickedness like the wickedness of a woman. So that's why Esau does. That's why he's the king of wickedness, man. Esau. Like he's the king of evil. Like he know how to be evil, man. He unleashed the woman to create hell on earth, and that's what they did. And now we got pockets of salvation in heaven because we got now men that have put a woman in subjection. Like, look here, woman, this is what I'm doing. You either get with it or you get gone. I don't give a damn. God, so we uphold our integrity, and I know that women, hey, women kind of, they say they don't like that, but they do like that. They like, man, this dude here, I can't conquer him, and you know, because now the Lord's putting us back in our, that's manhood right there. You look at the ancient kingdom, man, King David and all them, they didn't play that. You know what I'm saying? Women, hey, after you go childless, talking that noise, you know, I think King David did a woman like that, trying to talk crazy to him. You know, she didn't get no baby. And I know that they didn't do that, man. Abraham they called him Lord, man. He had a bunch of, and his wife was so much subjection, she gave her maid to get a baby. Like, man, I can't do it, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So we getting back into that spirit, man. We're not getting swayed because like God said, our eye is sinking. We focus on the kingdom. Hey, we telling that woman, hey, you Scottie Pippen, you robbing. You can ride shotgun, but I'm running the show. I'm head coach, you coordinator. Either get with it or get lost. Because I want that crown. That crown, hey, that's everything to us, man. We want rulership. We looking past the devil, well, we can taste the kingdom. We can taste it, man. It's so close. Man, you got Esau talking about, I see something in the sky. They call it, what, 3-hour Atlas? We don't know if that's real or not, but this devil, he panicking, man. He say he seen stuff coming. We like, man, it might be Yahweh Shah on the way. You know, we'll see when it comes. You know, the devil got AI, so you can fake something. We'll know when it's real. Because the Lord said that every eye gonna see him. So if you roll up with a chariot, they got the whole earth going crazy. You're like, oh, that's Yahweh Shah. That's Yahweh Shah, because the whole earth gonna tremble when he show up. You know? So it could be. You know, we waiting on saying. We anticipate that. You know, the devil talking about something coming. I don't know what it is. He called it alien. He got everybody talking about aliens and shit. We like, nah, man, that ain't what that is. They said you can't fool the whole elect. The Lord said it ain't possible. I said, we looking at, we scrutinize Esau like, nah, that's AI. Nah, I've seen a little glitch over there. You know what I'm saying? So we heavily scrutinizing this devil. Why? Because we like that dog waiting on his owner. We waiting on your house shot. We be up there wagging their tail. We seen that car pull up. You know, the dog been waiting on the car pull up. That dog get to going crazy, man. Like, oh yeah, my owner here. That's how we feeling right now, man. We hyped up on Yahweh Shah. And Yahweh said he sent Yahweh Shah at that point in time. And like we seeing all the effects of, we just waiting on that MOTV mandatory. This devil talking about it. He's looking at which way he gonna advertise. You got Elon Musk, the Neuralink. You got other countries talking about, oh, you can't work unless you got digital ID. We're like, it's coming. If this is one more step when they come to microchip, like, okay, we got to tag it now. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to know where you at. We got to trace digital tracing. They just need they need a sexy way to promote it. And celebrities.
With that little scenario, we know that they're gonna create a chaos just for them to have an excuse to tag. They're gonna use AI to say these women children got kidnapped. You know, and pretty much if you get your children tagged, so we can trace them, we can find out where the kidnapper is, we can find out where your child is. You know, that's how the devil operates, man.
Right, that's a good scenario too, man. They're gonna use fear. It's always spirit. Like you need to see why not. Yeah. People all think they was gonna die. Oh, if I don't get that juice, I'm gonna die. I gotta go get it. Then the devil kept moving the goalposts. When you need 2 of them, now you need another one every 6 months. Okay, go with this one. This one work. That one don't work. I had people in the utter confusion. Like I said, Craighead said, people doing the hokey pokey. Then it took about 7 juices and still getting it. Yeah. They were like, well, get it and then put your mask on. I was like, oh man, this devil did y'all dirty on that one. And then it was a pump fake. So now people like, I can't trust the government no more. I don't think I'm listening to them no more. Hey, what that brother on the block say? Let me roll with that. They seem like they got it, man. Cause the devil, I done did all this. Now I got all these ailments from the Jews.
And the man of the Lord telling you to trust in your how about me all the time. That's what we telling you. We telling you to fear, because just like you said, he's been trying to make you fear him. That's also what he's trying to do. So we're telling you, fear the Lord. That's what we're telling you to do. And then put your trust in the Lord. You know, you how about me all the time. That's what we're telling you.
They just take everything from the devil with a grain of salt. Like when I'm saying that scenario popping up, I'm like, oh, this devil needs me. That's all it is. Anyone to stir people, anyone that he experimented at the same time. They never accomplished a lot with that one move right there. And he's looking to do it again and do it even better this time. Now he gonna put something in you that's like gonna be in your body. The devil wants to do transhumanism. They big on that right now. He got a fascination with cyborgs and stuff. He want to turn your butt into a computer. He want to be able to hack into your butt, like an IP address, and make you do what he say do. Make you stay at home. He want to make it where you don't get out there and protest. Right now, the devil got people protesting him. You think they like that? They don't like that. They want to put something in your body to where they can program you to make you stay home. You know? Or make you do this or do that. And then that's the type of power he want to be like Yahweh Bashar Shah. That's what he want.
I was thinking that he got a God complex.
God.
He said I was up my thought, he said I was up my throne against the stars of Yahweh Bashar Shah. I will be like the Most High. Within Isaiah 14.
God. And that's like twofold. That's going, he trying to be the stars of Yahweh Shah. So he's trying to be above us, but he's not.
Right.
And then also he's trying to actually put his dwelling in the stars and all these space stations and all this. He's so fascinated going into space. He trying to get out of here. He's scared. He's so scared, man. You look at all these billionaires. What are they doing? Shoot rockets up in the air. Why are they shoot rockets up in the air? Because he running. He high. He trying to go somewhere, man. They know these ICBM missiles gonna hit. They know this place about to get turned into a goddamn a barbecue. The Lord about to burn everything Esau Edom made. All the statues, monuments, all about to get burnt up. And the devil knows. He's trying to trick John Strauss not knowing. But the whole collect, we already know that. I'm looking at Esau like, hey man, you better enjoy your happy hour. Because the Lord about to come smack you up some vicious, man. Hey, he about to go belt the ass on you, Esau. And I know that they don't like you look at me. I be looking at Esau like that, like, you know, you better get that belt on your ass, right? You know that, right? I be looking at Esau side of his head. That's why they scared to get the job. Like, this dude right here is something else, man. Why you looking at me like that? I'm looking like, yeah, man, you about to get whooped, homie. You know? I'm like, you're not really enjoying your kingdom like you should. You over here stressing over here what I'm doing. You better go drink as much as you can. Because you got a very short time. And we got next. And that right there hypes me up so much, man, to know that we got next. Yeah. That's like having your basketball, you wait on them to play the game, then you get in and get your run in. I got next. Yeah. And that's how we know we got next, man. The Lord promised. You promised we got next, like I said, it's gonna be forever. We're gonna run the court forever. We ain't coming out the court. We're gonna be like the dream team. Right. You're gonna be through the legs on this devil, dunking on his head. Yeah, because it's make you take it. So this devil ain't scoring no more. Right. You know, that's gonna be forever. We're gonna be check up Esau and hit him in the face with the ball. You know, yeah, he gonna get clowned. And we are patiently waiting on that. Like I read in that 13-10, man, the patience of the saints. We waiting on that, man. We over reply, man. We rubbing our hands together like what that Birdman be doing, rubbing our hands like, yeah, baby. Yeah, we got next. I'm gonna do it like this, do it like that. So we got plans. We making plans to be in the kingdom of heaven. So you got plans like that. You ain't worried about being in Babylon the Great. You ain't worried about getting no 10-year plan, getting the business going and doing all of this. You know, you do what you can because you here, but we ain't got plans like that. We ain't worried about that stuff.
All we focused on is our daily bread while we
exactly.
waiting on the king.
That's it. And I know that messes up 2/3. That messes it up. They're like, man, you ain't worried about doing this like now, man. I'm thinking higher than that, man. I'm worried about how my palace gonna look.
That precept, set your affections on things in heaven,
God,
on earth.
God, and that's where we at.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and pull that out.
Matthew chapter 6, about the 19th verse.
And it's also one to say, he that delights in thrones and scepters. Man, we thinking about thrones and scepters being rulers. Getting that total crown, man. We ain't worried about what Esau's kingdom is and a 10-year plan and getting this type of certain job that make 20, 30, 40, 50 an hour. We ain't worried about that. The place is gone.
It's through. You looking at palaces, man. Hey, my bathroom have marble and diamonds in it, man. Sink made of gold, man. You know what I'm saying? Rubies in my garments and things of that nature.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 6, and starting at verse 19. And it says, lay not up for yourself treasure upon earth. And it says, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. In verse 20. And it says, but lay up for yourself treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. Right there in verse 20, it says, lay up lay up your treasures in heaven. All right, meaning your focus should be in heaven. Your focus should be on the kingdom of Yahweh Yahweh. Okay, and when you do that, can't nobody steal that from you. That also lines up perfectly with that precept in Revelation where it said, "Let no man take thy crown." That's what we're talking about.
I got one that kind of goes into that. This is James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Man, that's what we worried about. We worried about that crown, man, that crown of life, everlasting life.
Man, that crown, that's the focus, man. And we focus on that like intensely. Like, ain't got tunnel vision for your Yahweh Shah and that righteous kingdom, man. That's like, that's all we see and envision, man. And it's so strong and intense that I've been looking at E, man. I'm looking at Esau like, I don't give a damn what you talking about, dude. Let's say I look at Esau, he can't give me what I want. What I want, only Yahweh Shah can give me that. So I'm looking at Esau like, man, you just in the way. You in the way, dude. And we looking for the Lord to go ahead and give us that reach around, you know what I'm saying? Push his ass out the way.
Yeah. And that precept that you just read, Kodar, just remind me of a precept of John. I'm gonna read it real quick. It's John. Find it. John chapter 8 and verse 12, and it says, "Then Yahweh Shai, then spake Yahweh Shai again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life."
Ooh, I like that one too, man. It went back and forth, man. That's line upon line, precept. Man, perfect. That right there should get your faithful juices flowing, man. Lord said, walk in the light, and we are walking in the light. That's why I don't have that anxiety these people, these 2/3 is having, man. I'm not worried. I'm not over, woe is me. Like, all this stuff that's happening, this destruction of Babylon Great, it brings me excitement. I'm like, yes, this devil gave 20 billion to Argentina. You get it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the economy is paid. Yeah.
Man, that precept also lines up with that, though I walk into the shadow of the, what is that? Though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death. Because it said, when it said, shall not walk in darkness, right? Meaning that you're that light among darkness. We're in America, it's full of darkness. All right. And then it said, it shall have the light of life. All right. The light of life, with the light represents truth of life. Like, man, come on now.
What they said, the word of truth will set you free, man. And it has, man. Or it's going to. That's what we waiting on, man. When you get beat up in that chair and you get that new body, that's you making it to the finish line.
Just to go back to what the brother was saying, we is looking, we over watching this kingdom go down with popcorn and our feet up.
Right? God.
Like, we didn't say, I will mock when your fear coming. I will laugh at your calamity.
God.
We right in the midst of that, man.
God, we ain't worried about food stamps being cut. You know, a lot of people are.
We don't care about devils shaking their heads and doing all this type of stuff like that, man. This place is going down.
God, it's over with.
It's over with.
It's over with. Right. They done lost. We about to win. So we happy. You know what I'm saying?
We don't give a shit about those devils, man. But
Okay, I got one. But it's Psalm 121 and 4. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Verse 5. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. Verse 6. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Verse 7. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Verse 9. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from time forth, even forevermore. You hear that? So the Lord said he gonna what? He gonna protect us with his right hand to keep up Israel. So what does that mean? Esau gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're barking mad. These devils is cooked. You know, they're up out of here. You know, now it's Yahshua all the time. And we about to show come up. And we loving it right now, man. Hey, you can tell the spirit of Yahweh Shai is strong right now. Real strong. And like I said, the Lord shall preserve thee from evil. He shall preserve thy soul, you know, and he does do that, man. We seen that the brother out there, you know, the devil tried to intimidate him with the gun, right? And the Lord protected him, man. Didn't nothing happen. He ain't getting no shot off. The gun didn't even work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that little BB gun talking noise. We up right now got a little devil mad. I seen earlier came in shaking his head. You know, he hot. Y'all like keep that over there. You don't want to come over here with that noise.
He came across the street talking shit.
Yeah, exactly. They showed him that was a cook, man. They saving Donald Trump, man. He ain't got the juice no more. I predict something bad gonna happen to dude because he's a puppy. You know, he's supposed to influence the people. He's losing his influence. Really, because Esau out of gas. He's talking about that earlier. Mitch McConnell, he's fainting like a goat. Every time you ask him a question, he ain't got lives no more. The head of the FBI was named Cash Patel. That dude, like, he done sniffed so much powder. Like, he just look incompetent, man, and weird. You know, he looked like he got the little kids in his basement. He's the head of FBI. You got people leaving the military, Navy commanders is jumping ship. Like, man, I ain't with this BS you talk about. So Esau military about to split. We're gonna laugh at that. So he got to fight himself, man. And then I seen ICE get whooped in Chicago during that No Kings protest. So I don't see it looking good for ICE. The Lord about to bring some hot fire to them. ICE about to get melted. And then, like, really, that's just with the people. Wait till the Lord gets spiritual power to the men of the Lord. Hey, ICE is out of there. ICE is out of there, man. You know?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. They're going to be like, sheep. We're going to be like some young lions. When that happens.
With that precept, now my battle action.
God.
Welcome to word with thee. I will break thee with king, break thee to the kingdom.
Yeah. Think that Jeremiah 51:20?
Yeah. I go read that real quick. That's what the Lord telling he gonna turn it in. You know, that's why we not focused on it.
Isaiah 40 and 31. It says, but they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. It says, and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint, man. Hey, the Lord said he's gonna renew our strength, man. So fuck what anybody talking about. The Lord got us, man.
Renew our strength. We needed to be renewed, man.
That lines up perfectly with that when the Lord said, "Fear thou not, O worm Jacob." Luke paraphrase, because that lets you know, like, right now we're weak, you know, as a word, but he said he's gonna renew our strength, man.
He said the least of us should be as King David,
Man, ooh, that's the floor. That's strong. King David killed 10,000 men, so that's the floor. Oh man, he said I want to see the top.
What was the song? They were King David. King David killed Solomon his 1,000, David the 10,000.
Right. Saul, he's like Saul killed his 1,000, and David his 10,000. And that's what made Saul mad. He was like, oh no, you want the kingdom now, man? They call him King David.
So the least of us gonna be doing putting 10,000 to flight.
And King David took out giants. Now for people that everybody was scared of, some big old giant Hamites.
Lions and bears fight them just to protect the flock.
God. And what did King David have that made him so special? He had that faith, man. I'm talking about like big faith, man. King David had faith like, and he said his cup runneth over. So it was beyond full. That's how we gotta be. Come in that spirit.
What did King David kill Goliath with? That rock. You know, that rock was representing Yahweh Shah right there. Hey, who was the rock? It's Yahweh Shah.
You coming with that same rock. I'm looking at Esau like, man, you lunch me, dude. You shut that noise up and enjoy your kingdom. You waste your energy arguing with us. It's already written you're gonna get the kingdom ahead.
Oh, that motherfucker.
And plus them, you know. So we just patiently waiting on the time at hand, and we know it's coming. If you look at the prophecies, this kingdom is shaking down. I mean, it's like the Lord shaking him down. He got Esau upside down, shaking all the change out of him. Like, give it up. He got Esau. What's that movie, 5 Heartbeats? Got him dangling over the balcony. And he telling Esau, my hours are, my people are. He said, like, Yasha, you know. That was a good movie, man. I don't make him like that no more. But hey, I'm gonna did I read this already? Yeah, I did. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm looking at Jeremiah 51:20.
I had it. You got it already?
Yeah, I got it. This is Jeremiah 51:20, and this is something I'm very, very anticipating too, y'all. So this is one of my favorite precepts, and I'm just waiting on it to happen. This Jeremiah 51:20 says, "There are my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee I'll break in pieces the nations, And with thee, I will destroy kingdoms. The Lord gonna power to destroy kingdoms. And he said, break in pieces the nations, man. That's the heathen. Man, when Jake flies the sky at supersonic speed and touchdown and bust everything up, hey, be ripping apart ice with his bare hands, man, Esau gonna give it up at that point, man. That's a battle act. We're gonna run through Esau's military. That's why we don't bring Esau's military. The Lord said he's gonna renew our strength and make us a battle axe, man. Brothers gonna have like incredible Hulk power. Hey, like Samson, they gonna be ripping up tanks, you know what I'm saying? Ripping F-18s out the sky. Esau's military is really weak and trash.
He said, I'll make you a sharp threshing instrument.
God having teeth. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like any brothers that like Dragon Ball Z, hey, you gonna be Kamehameha. Hey, to blast everything out. Esau ain't gonna try to shoot nothing like that. He gonna be running for cover like some roaches. Gonna scatter. Yeah, he gonna run. Like, man, we ain't been trained to fight nothing like that. What the hell was that? You know? My favorite cartoon growing up was X-Men. Brothers gonna have Cyclops powers. Hey, some brothers gonna have the power to manipulate the weather. That right there is too much. You mean I could bring a tornado out the thin air? Man, you can't deal with me when I'm doing stuff like that. You know? I grew up on stuff like that. That's why I put it in there. X-Men was based off of Yasser Allah. I really got happy and amped up when I found that. Plus, when you watch the cartoon, the humans didn't like the mutants. It was like racism. They get out of here, you mutant. I'm like, we deal with that now. They get out of here, you nigger. You know, so I'm like, man, this is spiritual, man. I never knew why I liked that cartoon so much. And now I got older, I'm saying, oh, that was about us. No wonder. I look at Dragon Ball Z, I'm like, oh, no wonder I like this cartoon so much growing up.
Yeah, that was Dave's favorite cartoon growing up.
God, like y'all some monkeys.
I remember
that's what they call us.
I remember me and my classmates when we had to walk home from our elementary school, like, hey, and I'm get home, let me watch Dragon Ball Z.
God, you know, it's just about spiritual power. That's a real thing. That's not just some make-believe stuff. But Esau put it out there in his entertainment, so Jake won't believe in it. Like, this is fake, you know, it's false, all that. But you look at everything Esau built like Superman. He got a Paleo Hebrew name. I now know what Kal-El means. Is that name, you know, Jor-El. You know, I'm like, I know what that means. Hold up. And then he get his power when he in the sun. We get our power from the sun too. The S-O-N, not the S-U-N. Like, okay, you know, that stuff makes sense. You know, and Esau can't deal with nothing like that. You got a Superman, he has nothing, no robots. And that's that preach about earth. No weapon form shall prosper. Man, Esau ain't got nothing to deal with that.
You think about that old Superman with all the bullets and kept shooting at it as he bouncing off of him.
Missiles, nothing. And then our kryptonite was sin. We get the new body, we got sin no more. He ain't got nothing no more. So then he ain't got nothing. All he got to do is take that L and get to work. You know, devil, no water today for you. I need my palace this high. I better have some luscious greens. They better be popping. You better pick them apples. Because if somebody come over and tell me you've been slacking, I'm going to get that royal whip. You know? And it's going to be a game time on your butt, Esau. That's why Esau's so mad. Like the devil over there barking. He mad. He knows he's about to go into slavery. You devil, they know. They know they cook, man. So what else we got to do? Focus on that reward. That righteous reward. Don't let nobody knock you off your walk or your goal. Like I brought it up earlier, keep your eyes single and focus, man. Because we got a kingdom coming. We got a reward coming. Focus on that. Stay there. You know, try to be stronger every day. Pray more. Tells us to pray, you know, pray continuously. And we gotta focus on that, man. Don't let nobody, because these people, they gonna come with it. Temptation gonna come. They gonna come, they gonna get mad. They're like, man, don't be dead right. Don't be no Hebrew Israelite. You can see that watching Elder Montezakba in South Carolina. The scoffers coming up out the woodwork. You got to scoff on your page, talk praise. The scoffers coming. They trying to deter us from doing what we doing, the righteous work of the Lord. They not going to deter us. I be looking at it like you waste your breath. Like, I'm not about to listen to no babbling of a dead man or a woman. I'm not about to listen to that. Especially like you up here talking this bullshit at the same time saying the kingdom be destroyed. This kingdom being destroyed. So I'm looking like, hey, I'm getting ready. I'm over here putting on my armor. Like the Lord said, put on that armor of faith. Like, Hey, getting ready for battle. Yeah, like, man, what you talking about, man? You up here? Hey, it's like a retarded person talking to me, man. Crackhead babbling.
When Noah was building that ark, and they was over here saying, "Oh, it ain't gonna rain," you know, they over here mocking them and stuff. Hey, we coming in that same spirit, like, okay, hey, see, just like how y'all just saying, like, we putting on our armor, you sitting over here coughing, okay, well, I'm getting ready.
And see, the process is like that rain.
Yeah.
You see the process coming to pass. Yeah. All the destruction in this place, that's like raindrops to me. It's them say cut food stamps. Oh, that's raindrops. Right. That's rain right there. You know, it's them talking about cutting Section 8. Oh, that's raindrops right there. Okay. So we been that good spiritual art. So when the time comes, man, Lord willing, we close that suck up and we be safe. We don't have everything we need. And all the scholars will be out there talking about, oh, we sorry. What's his name again? What are we again? I can't tell you that.
Yeah, I wish I called him a hypocrite anyway, because he said you can discern the times, the signs of the season, which is basically going into all the different weather, but you can't discern the times of the signs of the times of the prophecy. Luke paraphrase. You know, how is that? You can tell when it's getting ready to rain. You can tell what season we in, but you can't tell by the prophecy what's getting ready to happen.
They don't read. Go ahead. They don't know. And that's why he said, what did he say? Those that reject knowledge, you know what I'm saying, are rejected. Nah, because they didn't never read about the prophecy. You don't told them read your Bible, and they like, nigga, nah, I'm gonna listen to Pastor Porchop. I'm gonna listen to TD Jakes. I'm gonna listen to Joel Osteen. I'm gonna listen to Creflo Take My Dollars. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they ain't get it. So I do get it why they can't discern the times. They don't know the time. Yeah. They don't know. And that not knowing is gonna be a penalty into that. But us, we know. We know the Lord. They say they don't know the names. They don't know what he wants. They don't know the lost commandments. They don't know nothing. Really, they're dumb. They're solid children, and they do that because they're unfaithful. And they're under the sway of their enemy, Esau, Edom. They're defiled. So they got to know Yahweh by pain. We already know Yahweh. So Lord willing, we ain't got to feel that pain. We just going to get redeemed and placed in that righteous kingdom. Translated. They're going to have to come through, hey, I'm going to have to bust one off in an Israelite or whatever woman, and you got to come back, and then you will be right. If you couldn't get right with all the craziness going on, you're too distracted. Us, we're not distracted. We see the kingdom with our spiritual eyes. So they ain't got no spiritual eyes, therefore they can't see the kingdom. And if you can't see the kingdom, you can't see your reward. If you can't see your reward, you're going to look at what Esau going to reward you with. But his reward is all corrupted. It's all going to get burnt up.
That scripture says the wages of sin is death.
God, that's going to lead to that's Esau's reward. Is death. You just get to die. You know what I'm saying? That's all the devil can give you is death, man. He can't give you no life. Life comes to Yahweh. He said, I come to give you life for abundance. This is paraphrase. No, that's what we looking for. We want life, not death.
And that preacher you talked about before Yahweh said that, he said, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He said, I came to give you life. He said that the true person, the true prophet that sacrifice for the sheep. That this is us giving that sacrifice. We're making our body living sacrifice. We're basically coming in the same spirit of Yahweh Shai. He sacrificed himself for us, and we're turning around, we're doing the same thing. We're sacrificing ourselves for Yahweh Shai. The same spirit. I got one more. What's it that Matthew chapter 6 and verse 22, and it says the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
This is 2 Peter 1, and I'm gonna start at 3. It says, according as his divine power has given unto us all things that pertaineth unto life and of godliness, through the knowledge of him that have called us unto glory and virtue, whereby are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, man. So the Lord giving us exceedingly great and precious promises. It says that by this ye may be partakers of the divine nature, man. That's the kingdom, man. That's everything that the promises contain. And it says, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
Ooh, I like that, man. Very good preacher. With that being said, you brought something up to my memory before I end off there right there. You could have Matthew 6.
Yeah.
Go to 33. Right end off that right there. That's like that's a man.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. And it said, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Woo! There it go in a nutshell. That's the reward, man. Seek ye the kingdom first, and all the things will be added unto you. And what is that? That comes with the crown. What comes with the crown? Rulership. And that's going to be a righteous kingdom, man. And that's the thing that we desire. You know, we want to be joint heirs with our Lord and Savior, how we try.
And I got to read this verse 34 too, because it said that. It said, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take, like it said, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself, sufficient unto the days of evil thereof. Right? He said right here, he said, take no thought for tomorrow. So even when you're going through all of those trials and tribulations, the Lord said, don't worry about that. He got you. You know? Yeah, he got you, man. Even when you read up a little bit in the chapter, it tell you that he took care of the birds. So how much more of you? You know?
That being said, you know, we've been edifying, and we'll give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh, by Shem, God. Shalom, baby. Hey,
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
I can from the comment board. Hey, stay locked in, baby. Stay locked in.